Hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas all around the world. Anyway, this is Baking Taste by Gigi Cakes Events. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Anyway, today's video, I decided to make some falling Santa Claus. Yeah, it's a very beautiful one. You need to watch this video to the end. Please, if you're new here, give us that subscribe. Sit right back and enjoy this video. Okay, now what I do, I just got leftover cake. All the time leftover cake because sometimes I like to make leftover cake so I can use to create some beautiful piece for you guys here, for my lovely family here. So it's just like a round circle cake, a mini one at that, the one you use for your football or whatever designs you use it for. So I just had the leftover of my batter from the cake. And I said, let me create this. This is the festive period. Let me create that. So round cake, there you have it. I have a red one that this is actually a chocolate, modeling chocolate, the red one. So I wrote it out, cover it up. It's really beautiful covering the a sphere cake, especially the half part, not the full one. It's really beautiful doing it. Playing all around it like that is really nice. So I covered it up, and what next? I want to make the boots and the leg. So what I roll out a sausage, at least shaping it to a very good pattern of a leg of the Santa Claus or whatever. So now I use my two smoother to actually shape it to the size of the leg I want, and I place it by the cake to see if it fits in properly. And I got two of them that I've actually cut out to make sure it's on equal length, equal width, and all that. So after doing that, I get some skewers and I skew it into it to able to hold the leg into the cake, because if you put it that way, maybe it can slip out. So I actually get skewers for a good support. I do use the skewers for both legs and add some sugar glue, and that's it. And I just placed it right into the cake. Now I'm going for the socks, which is the white socks. So I just use a square shape cutter, cut into two halves, measure it to the leg size I already have there to make sure it fits in, and I rolled out the sauce side to be a little half an inch thick so it can really come out well. So I just use my glue, hard to the leg, and place the white socks, the socks, yeah, into it. And I use just my knife to make sure I shaping it to the actual size, yeah, but not all around. Okay, now I'm going for the boots. The boot, I got a black modeling chocolate. I just use my hand. One thing about cake is being creative, and you have to have the heart of heart, like a heart of an heart. You must be creative. So I just look into how the boot is gonna look like. I rolled out a sausage, cut into two for the two legs. Then I use my hand to mold it out. So you see, I had to cut out the other part so it can really lap on top the socks. That's why I had to cut the other part out. Again, I get a square to make sure, because the boot is quite heavy, so it can hold in place of the leg. So I don't just put it like it's gonna slip. Trust me, it's gonna slip. So I get a square to actually hold it in place. As you can see, what I did. Voila, we have our falling Santa into the snow. It's really beautiful and so easy. So easy making and very fun making this video. My kids actually love it. So now after that, I head for the bed, the Santa Claus white top down. How do you call it? So I'm just going for a strip to go around the base, which is the Santa's white cloth. Yeah. So I use my small rolling pin to actually to to give it that cloth shape sign. That's why I use that pin to press it out. As you can see what I'm doing. So go with the glue to the base again and add it. So what I then do, I use my hand to actually pin and pick it out, like giving it that shape of the rough clothes and all that. That's what I'm doing. Yes, you can see what I'm doing. So that's just it. Now I'm going to head for the base of the cake. I decided to cover it. I wanted to leave it like that because of the flour of that plate I'm using. But well, since Santa is actually falling into a snow, I think everywhere should be white. So I decided to cover the base of that. So, and I used some cream pads to give it some beautiful edges to make it look nice. Now I'm going to go for Santa's birth. It's actually a black birth, as you can see. So I roll out a long strip, cut into the size that I actually wanted for Santa's birth. Since it's a small cake, so yeah, it is. I got the strip exactly what I wanted to fit in. There it is. Santa's bed is there. So now we're gonna go for the hook, the head of the bed, like you know what bed is. The other part to actually tie it in. So I had a square cutter. I looked at it. It's not really the size of how I want the bed to look like. So I roll it out again, cut out every rough edge. Since it's a bed, looks it has to look more beautiful. So yeah, now I got exactly what I wanted. I placed the other small quarter into the middle. There it's quite easy to get a birth. So this is how to get a birth if you find it hard making a birth. So I just get some glue again, attach to it and place it right at the front of Santa's tummy. Yeah, that's Santa's tummy. Okay, now I got to the hook of the birth, the head, the hook to actually make it come to life. Yeah, there it is. So it's so easy to make. What I do, after making a cake, you have some cornstarch, icing sugar. To make this thing look beautiful, I have to use steamer to get all those out of the cake. Now I head straight for my edible dust, which is mixed with some vodka and a little amount of the edible dust to get it liquid. And I used it to actually paint the center's the birth head to bring it to life. In every of the Christmas thing, there must be a gold to actually bring the life of Christmas. So I had to add the gold dust into it. And there is it. You have it. It's so beautiful. So easy, so fun making. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Now let's cut into the cake. I'm sure you watched it at the beginning, but let's watch it again. I actually did this because I wanted to eat cake. I felt so hungry about eating a cake. So I said, let me get this, my leftover cake, to make something beautiful for Christmas. Mm, it's really nice. I feel like eating all out immediately. But my kids, they won't let me. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned to the channel. I'll see you on our next video. Bye.